Good afternoon, everyone. I'm delighted to be here with you all. And I'd like to thank all of the leaders, organizers, and volunteers who brought us together this afternoon, this whole day. Really inspired by the sense of community that we're developing here at TEDx Young Circle Park. And, you know, along those lines, I was particularly inspired by Bailey, Pastor Troy Gramling's little daughter, and her note. I'd like to point out one little phrase in her note. She said, "Dad, you teach great." And so I'd like to take this moment to honor our teachers. I've been very fortunate to participate in a very unique opportunity here at Memorial Healthcare to be the medical director of integrative medicine and physician wellness. And I wouldn't have been able to survive this journey were it not for my teachers. And my parents have been teachers. My yoga teacher has inspired me. All of those wonderful physicians and researchers who have brought us this incredible knowledge. But with that knowledge comes a challenge. We need to bring that knowledge out into our communities. We need to disseminate this knowledge. And that's where integrative medicine comes in. My talk is entitled Leaders as Healers, Healers as Leaders. And that's really where we need to go with healthcare. How can we heal? By looking within. It's in those moments of silence. It's in that quiescent state of mind. It's in that relaxation that we are inspired and that we're truly able to heal. Well, integrative medicine is made up of several different components. Integrative medicine is a patient-centered, a client-centered wellness model. Client-centered means we start the consultation by listening to our clients. What inspires them? What troubles them? What are their goals? What are their priorities? And it's very much a partnership. And by partnership, I mean I have the privilege of working with many people who are living beyond a cancer diagnosis. And many of them are matriarchs. You really want to know who's a leader and who's a healer? The moms. And it's those matriarchs that oftentimes have been so overburdened by stress. Why? Because they're taking care of everybody else's well-being before their own. And their needs are very last. And so we can develop a wonderful plan that includes nutrition and exercise and yoga and meditation. But unless those priorities change, unless the matriarch starts putting herself first, oftentimes all of those recommendations come to a standstill. And so we've actually developed a mantra of the matriarchs. This is an affirmation to reprioritize one's health wellness goals. And it goes something like this: me first, my space, my time, my health, my peace of mind. Me first. And so this is a wonderful healing partnership, and it begins by prioritizing our health. You know what they say when you're on an airplane: put the mask on yourself first and then administer care to those around you. And what do most of us do, especially in healthcare? We do the exact opposite. So it's a real honor to be able to participate in the physician wellness program at Memorial Health. Because who's going to heal the healers? So we can only really speak about these types of concepts. We can only really disseminate this wonderful medical knowledge if our needs are met, if we're feeling whole. And so in integrative medicine, we span the spectrum. We bring the wisdom of ancient healing traditions and we combine it with modern medicine, all the wonderful laboratory diagnostic techniques, all the surgical procedures, which are incredibly important and miraculous. And we put that together with what we call slow medicine, those day-to-day positive health behaviors that help people run the marathon towards better health. And that's the integrative concept. Now, we also use the knowledge that comes from Ayurveda and traditional Chinese medicine, shamanic traditions. And I grew up in a family where, yoga, meditation was commonplace day to day. And whenever I fell ill or felt unwell, my mom would hand me this concoction, this yellow stuff that I would have to drink down. I said, "Mom, do I really have to drink this stuff? And why does it taste like dirt?" Well, it's an ancient Ayurvedic recipe that combines turmeric and black pepper, and it's boiled together with milk. And you know, interestingly enough, only now do we have the science to realize that the curcuminoids in turmeric mix together with the piperine in black pepper, and they're lipid soluble, and they have tremendous anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties. Now, how did they know that 5,000 years ago? It was by the power of observation. It was by the insight that these ancient healing traditions bring to the table. So we are now developing the models, the scientific research models, in order to bring these ancient healing traditions and concepts in an evidence-informed way into modern medicine, and therefore transforming healthcare. We engage mind, body, spirit, and community. So everybody gets a nutrition recommendation, an exercise recommendation, a meditation mindfulness prescription, and we invite them to bring in their inner circle of trust, because that's how we really heal in a community, in a partnership. We don't apply these positive health behaviors in a vacuum. We apply them in the context of a home, in the context of a family. So we invite our clients to bring in their inner circle of trust. We encourage our providers to model the healthy lifestyles and behaviors for our clients. We focus attention on lifestyle choices that improve and maintain a healthy immune system. And we maintain that healing is always possible, even perhaps when cure is not. This is a visionary. His name is Huang Di. He was known as the Yellow Emperor of China, and he wrote the canon of Chinese medicine in 2600 BC, and he actually came up with the very first healthcare system. And in this healthcare system, you would pay your doctor every month until you fell ill, and then you'd stop paying. So the incentive was to keep you well. The incentive was to keep you productive, to keep you healthy. It was a proactive, preventive approach. I mean, can you imagine? And interestingly enough, after millennia, here we are 360 degrees later, coming back to this exact type of model. Now, we're jumping from one curve to the next. Traditionally, we've been in this fee-for-service model where we get paid more, the more lab tests we do, the more procedures we do, the more heads in beds we have. And now we're changing because of macroeconomic forces and because of the power of the people. And informed healthcare consumers collectively are demanding that we transition to this next curve. Now, this next curve is the fee-for-quality curve. It achieves the triple aim. And the triple aim is better healthcare experience for the individuals, better health for populations, better integration, and lower costs. And to do this, we've realized in medicine that it's incredibly expensive and also ineffective to try and treat people's chronic health conditions in spite of them. So we need to engage our clientele. We need to empower our communities with the positive health behaviors that really make an impact day to day. And we need to transform healthcare so that the headquarters is not the hospital, but the schools, the families, the dining tables, the community-based, the faith-based community centers. This is where healthcare of the future will be headquartered. So integrative medicine is this little red dash in between one trajectory and the next. Let food be your medicine. Now, I said everybody gets a nutrition recommendation, but we all get bombarded with a lot of this information about fad diets, and what was good yesterday is not good today. Just keep it simple. So we boiled it down to 10 words. What we want to do more of is eat more roots, fruits, leaves, and flowers. Roots are carrots, beets, turnips, radishes, ginger, turmeric. Fruits to your heart's content. We're so lucky here in South Florida to have an abundance of tropical fruit. Leaves, green tea, spinach, kale, and flowers, the cruciferous vegetables, broccoli, cauliflower, asparagus, Brussels sprouts, cabbage. Now here's what you eat less of. Less meat, teat, wheat, and sweet. Less meat, less dairy, less processed grains, less sugar. That's it, 10 words. More roots, fruits, leaves, flowers. Less meat, teat, wheat, sweet. Perfect health. You also need to exercise. Now this is real evidence of the mind-body connection here. We all, on the cap of our genetic makeup, we have these telomeres. These telomeres are caps that actually, and they're maintained by telomerases. And these telomerases, if they don't do a good enough job, then our telomeres actually shorten prematurely, and that can be related to so many chronic health conditions. So telomerase and telomeres are incredibly important. And what they found was, in this study done at the University of South Florida, which actually enrolled 143 women who were living beyond breast cancer survivors, and they had them undergo a meditation program. And they found that the telomerase activity was actually enhanced in the meditators. So this is real evidence of the mind-body connection. Not only does mindfulness and meditation, not only does that quiet space make us feel better, more confident, more resilient, less prone to depression, and healthier, getting better sleep, but it also impacts the very structure and nature of our genes. Now, healthcare is changing. Computers, technology, robots are doing so much more. So it begs the question, what types of skills in medicine will not be outsourced? Well, Daniel Pink wrote this wonderful book called A Whole New Mind. And these are the skills of future medical school curricula. Yes, we need to know the basic sciences, but we also need to be trained in empathy, story, connecting with people, play, balance in life, meaning, symphony, putting things together and making them greater than the sum of their parts, an integrative approach, and design. So these are the aptitudes of the future physicians. I'm going to close with this quote. It's from Daniel Siegel, the mindful therapist. Research suggests that our presence as medical or mental health clinicians, the way we bring ourselves fully into connection with those for whom we care, is one of the most crucial factors supporting how people heal and how they respond to our therapeutic efforts. And this really summarizes the essence that is integrative medicine. Now, the most important insight that I can leave you with is how to achieve your inner personal bliss. I've been very fortunate in life to have had good teachers, good mentors, to have achieved my bliss. And it came from actually this particular diagram, summarized it perfectly, because it's actually the mutual area between what you love, what the world needs, what the world will pay you for, and what you're good at. And if you find that area, the common space, you will have achieved your personal bliss. And that's my wish for all of you. Thank you.